simplifying variable expressions, just so we don't forget what we are doing. Okay. Beautiful handwriting. Just beautiful. All right, so the first one that we're going to work on is negative 3p plus 6p. Okay? When you are simplifying variable expressions, that means you are combining the like items. So this one is pretty simple because we have one unit that has a number and a variable, and another unit that has a number and a variable. When you have a number and a variable that are connected, you can't separate them without doing a math function. So when we're simplifying, we can combine these because the variables are the same. Now, if this was negative 3p plus 6x, we could not combine these because the variables are different. You see that? So, since these are the same variable, we can combine them. So simplifying means we're going to work with the numbers. So we have negative 3 plus 6, essentially. And so negative 3 plus 6 is 3. Because negative 3 plus 6 is just like saying 6 minus 3. Okay? So that is 3. So then we just need to put the variable on it. So 3p. So negative 3p plus 6p simplified is just 3p. You see that? Okay, let's do another one. Let's do b minus 3 plus 6 minus 2b. Okay, so let's combine the like items. So we're going to start with the numbers. So we have negative 3 plus positive 6. Just like in the problem before that, it's just like saying 6 minus 3, so that equals 3. And then we have b and negative 2b. Now, when you see a variable by itself, that really means there's a 1 there. You just don't have to write it. So when we combine these two, so positive 1 plus negative 2b is negative 1b, which also equals just negative b. Okay? So you're like, so we got 3 and we have negative 3. What do we need to do? You see this plus right here? That's the math function that we can't forget about. So that means our answer is 3 plus negative b, or you could simply say 3 minus b. So 1b minus 3 plus 6 minus 2b simplified is 3 minus b. Hopefully that's starting to make sense. Let's do another one. All right, let's do another one. Let's do 1 minus 3v plus 10. So what do you think our first thing we have to do is? That's right, combine the 1 and the 10. So 1 plus 10 is 11. All right, so we got rid of this, we got rid of this. So all that's left is negative 3b. Remember what I said? We're just simplifying. You're not doing anything to take any numbers apart from the variable. So we're just simply going to bring that down, because there's nothing else in the problem that has a v on it. So that's already simplified. So the answer is 11 minus 3v. That is simplified. Let's do another one. All right, now we're going to do problems where we simplify, but we have to do the distributive property first. So let's start with this one. Negative 8. Yep, that's much better. You can see that. We have minus 5b plus 7 plus 5b. All right. So whenever there is a number outside of a parentheses, see that? That means that you have to distribute the number to what is inside of the parentheses. Now, do not think that you can just combine this negative 5b with this 5b. You cannot do that because it's inside of a parentheses. So we have to distribute this negative 8 and then figure out what those answers would be before we can combine the b's. So hopefully that makes sense. So when you see a number outside of a parentheses, that means you need to distribute, aka multiply this number by everything inside the parentheses before you can do anything. So we would do negative 8 times negative 5b, and then we would do negative 8 times 7. So that's what we need to do first. All right, so let's first do negative 8 times negative 5b. Now a negative times a negative is a positive. Then 8 times 5 is 40. And then we have b. Because we didn't do anything to get rid of the b, so it's still b. Okay? So that is 40b. Then we need to distribute negative 8 times 7. Okay? A negative times a positive is a negative. So negative 8 times positive 7 is negative 56. Okay? And then for right now, we're just going to bring down the positive 5b. All right? So we distributed the negative 8 to each unit inside of the parentheses and got this, and then just brought down the 5b. So now we can combine like terms. So we have 40b and 5b. We can combine that now because there's no more parentheses and they have the same variable. So 40 plus 5 is 45, and then we put the b on there. Now since we're just simplifying, it means we're just adding them together. So that's how we got 40b plus 5b is 45b. Okay? Then what's left is this negative 56, so we could bring that down. And then you know you're done because there's no more like terms. So there's nothing else with a b, and there's nothing else with just a number. So this is our answer. You see that? All right, let's do another one with the distributive property. So we were simplifying variable expressions using the distributive property in the one we just did, so we're going to do another one where we have to use the distributive property. So let's do negative 7. We have k minus 8 in the parentheses, and then plus 2k. All right, so that is our problem. So first, we have to distribute. So we're going to distribute negative 7 to k and negative 7 to negative 8. Because we can do this. And that's just, oh, you can't see that negative too well. There you go, negative 8. Okay, so negative 7 times k is negative 7k. Because that's still multiplication, but we don't know what k is, so we can't like actually multiply anything. So this is still 7 times k, 7k. Okay? Okay. And then negative 7 times negative 8 is positive 56, because a negative times a negative is a positive. So plus 56, and then we're just going to bring down this 2k. All right? So then we can combine like terms. So we have negative 7k and we have 2k. They both have the same variable, so we can combine them. So negative 7 plus positive 2 is negative 5, and then k, because we're dealing with the k. And then what's left is positive 56, so we're just going to bring that down. And then we know we're done because there's no more like terms to combine or anything like that. So negative 5k plus 56 is the simplified variable expression with distributive property of the original problem. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's do one more. We're going to do one more with the distributive property. Let's do 4 minus 5 parentheses negative 4n plus 3. Okay? So that's our problem. First, you're going to look at the problem, assess what you have, and then go from there. So I see I have a number outside of a parentheses, so I know I need to use the distributive property. So I'm going to do that first. Now, with this, you have to be careful. If the number by the parentheses is at the end of the equation, the expression, you have to make sure you tag along that negative side if there is that negative sign, if there is a negative sign. That's why sometimes I tell my students it's easier to change this to a plus and then to a negative, because that's the same thing. So you change that to a plus sign and then just put the negative actually on the number, because sometimes it's easier that way you won't forget the negative or that number. So now we need to distribute. Negative 5 over here, and the arrows just help, keep track of everything. So we have negative 5 times negative 4n, so negative 5 times negative 4. Negative times the negative is that's right, it's a positive, so that's positive 20, and then n, and then we have negative 5 and positive 3, so a negative times a positive is that's right, a negative. So negative 5 times positive 3 is negative 15. And then don't forget to bring down this 4 at the beginning. So this is where we're at right now. So now we need to combine like terms. There's no other term in here. There's no other variable or anything like that. We only have one right here. So we just need to combine the numbers. So we have positive 4, and then we have negative 15. Okay? So negative 15 plus 4 is negative 11. And then we just bring this down because that's what's left. So plus 20n. So we know we're done because we have one variable and we have one number. Make sense? Hopefully it does. Let's do another one, the last one. This one, gonna go especially slow one more time, and I forgot I had different colors, so I'm gonna use different colors to hopefully help it make sense. We have 3 minus 8 times 7 minus 5a. All right, that is our original problem. So again, we look at the expression, we look at the problem, we see that we have parentheses with a number outside of it, so that signifies the distributive property. We see that we have a negative on it, so we're going to change this to plus negative, just so we don't forget the negative, and we're going to distribute. I meant to use a different color. Going to distribute. Okay, so I'm going to write these numbers in blue, since blue apparently is what I'm using to signify the distributive property. So, okay, 8, I don't know why all these problems had 8 times 7 in them. That was totally coincidence, but okay. So we're going to do negative 8 times 7. We know a negative times a positive is a negative. So we have negative 56. And then we need to distribute the negative 8 again. So we have negative 8 times negative 5a. Negative times a negative is a positive. 8 times 5 is 40. So that's plus 40a. You just bring the a down. Okay? And then we need to not forget the 3. So right now, this is our problem. The blue signifies the distributive property. Okay? All right. Now we need to combine like terms. So we only have one variable. We have 2 numbers. So we're going to combine the numbers. we have 3 plus negative 56. 3 plus negative 56 is negative 53. Is that showing up? Kind of. It is, yes. All right. And then we're just going to bring down the 40A. Okay. So then we need to check, are we done? Do we have one number? Yes. Do we have one variable? Yes. Are there any others? No. So that is how we know we are done. So our answer is negative 53 plus 40A. And that's it. So hopefully this helped you learn how to simplify variable expressions. That was the first part of the video. And then the last part of the video, we added the distributive property. So hopefully that explains it. If you have any other questions, check the link in the description box so you can leave any other questions you have, and we will get to them. Thank you for watching another Explain to Me PDAC, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.